Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to this topic. Now in this topic, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do live postings, which I'm actually going to be doing right now on Instagram. And I'm even going to be showing you guys how to put up descriptions and how to actually use hashtags to, make it completely work on that particular post. So let's get straight to it. Now, the first thing over here is I'm just going to do a posting. I'm actually going to click on new and we're going to add up a post over here, which we have created. As you can see, I've taken this post and we've come to the next level. You can see which one I've done over here. And we just go here. Next one. Now we've got a couple of options for filters here. I actually think sometimes these can make your posts look a little better. So you can actually change that tone of color a little bit, maybe. Just check them out a little bit. But in the end of the day, I think this is nice, and I can actually click on this again, actually give it the amount of filter that I want to kind of give it, So I can actually set it somewhere here and just say done. Let's click on edit. Now I've got a couple of other options as well. I clicked on the edit button. I can go to adjust. You can actually adjust the tilt of it. You can again go to brightness and kind of control that. Let's make it something like this. Actually quite good for post-production of a post at least. Sometimes even though you think your posts are done with good color, maybe you can make them a little bit better. So kind of following the whole blue tone that we anyway do for Ace. But on top, if you see that there's a wand over there, right in the center on top, you can actually maybe just click on that and it does an complete auto fix of the whole thing. You can see, I'm just fix the whole thing up on its own. And if you're okay with that, then you can just move forward with it. Now I'll press next. So we reach the the last phase over here. As you can see, we can also share it with Facebook. It's written there. So I can actually click on that page, so it'll open up and it'll actually share on Facebook simultaneously while it's sharing on Instagram. And that's a good thing to do because then you don't really have to waste your time on another platform, and automatically they will be posting those things on that platform. So now when we come into caption, guys, I'm going to actually show you how to write good captions also. So always remember, I write in 3 steps always. So you want the attention seeker, you want the read, and you want the sale. Okay, so that's how I think you should put up your descriptions. So over here, we can just type on that for the very first time. All right. For the very first time. So what? People want to read more. So I can take them to the next line and I can just kind of type down over here, we are giving a massive discount on our courses. All right, so don't miss this opportunity, guys. Don't miss this opportunity. Okay, they won't. And then the last one would be DM for all details. Okay, and 2 exclamations. Now remember one thing, because we have just put a space between the paragraphs, like here we've put some space, it does not mean that it does not mean that it's actually going to have a space. So what we can do is we can just put a dot over there and I'll put another dot over here. So they don't just mix up everywhere. They actually have a gap in between. And right at the end over here is where I would want you to then put another dot and then put your hashtag. So I can just go to hashtag AutoCAD. You can go ahead and so always I would suggest the best way to find out hashtags if you're typing them personally for each post is see your post and the things which are on your post, put the hashtags on that. So we have AutoCAD, we have sale, we have architecture, interior design. All right, then we have 2D drawings, we have draftsman, and we can go on and on. Then we can just put on other things which are related to these. So AutoCAD is from Autodesk, so let me just go ahead and put that. And even put up another software as well, so it shows in that hashtag. Let's go ahead and put up 3D as well. So 3D models, yeah. And let's put out Ace Design Institute anyway, because you want to always create a hashtag for yourself later on. You don't know when that hashtag can actually pick up, so always create a hashtag for yourself, for your page. So I'll even go that Ace Insta course. And now go a little bit further, so design, maybe designer as well. Maybe you want to put in just portfolio, because all creative people need portfolio. And I can just go like Archie Talks, you know, Archie Life, you know, things which people would anyway randomly follow. And you can actually see when I'm putting up a hashtag, right? Like let's go Arc. So you can actually see the amount of posts in that hashtag. And I would suggest find the one which doesn't have too much or too less. You want something around a million or 500,000. Those are good hashtags to, you know, place your things in. Because if it's like 133 million in architecture, it's very difficult for that post to actually then come up and actually go to everyone, you know. So kind of put it in some place where there are not those many posts. You can actually directly select. So I'm just going to select architecture and design as well. So you can see I've put up a good amount of hashtags, and this should be done now. I can just actually you know, select all of these hashtags and kind of just copy it and keep it for me if I want to, you know, save it somewhere outside then. Now also know that you can actually tag people. Now I would suggest that you tag people, because if you tag people, they actually end up seeing your posts because it ends up going into their profile. So the same way your post, because of the hashtag, will go into the hashtags community. If you tag people, it will actually go and show on their profile under the tags option. So no problem, you can always tag a couple of people. You want to tag a couple of things at the rate, maybe architecture, you know, I can just go there. Architecture and design I want to tag, and I'll also tag one more person. Let me tag Autodesk. So a lot of people who follow, you know, Autodesk, they would also end up seeing it. So I've tagged both these people over here, and we can simply go ahead and click on share, and it'll just get into the postings. And that's actually how easy it is to actually kind of get into, you know, just have a post out there. You guys can see that. So we've got our first post live, and here we are. And once you have a post live, you can actually then go ahead and you know, send it out for promotions and things like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same logic, so you can actually see this post, but I have created something for it in AutoCAD. So what we usually do is we open up, you know, our posts as well as our stories, and kind of just use the same things from the post in the stories itself. And we kind of have something awesome for these stories created from the same content what we used in the post. So if I just simply go ahead and I add that one, so you can actually see this is the kind of story that I'm talking about. Now the quality and the resolution should be very good, because that's how it's actually going to look really nice in when it goes as a story, and people actually going to want to follow it. But as you can see, I've kind of left some space near the big A sign. And what I'm going to do there is I can actually click on that little sticker mark over there, because that's actually going to let me add some kind of you know, GIFs, some interaction. So I'll actually add DM me, and you're going to just queries if people have anything. So, or even questions would be fine. So DM for questions. See, that's why I've actually left that space in my graphic, because I want to kind of blend into the whole post itself. I don't want it to be like something separate. So if you pre-think these things, you'll actually maybe get a very better look on your on the whole posting, right? So you should always keep those things in mind. Now I'm going to add questions also. So ask me anything. You can add this. So they can DM you, or they can ask you something if they think that, you know, they're not understanding something. And that's great. Now I can actually kind of just go ahead and send it to share. Let's get that out there. All right. Yeah, so I think we got our first post outside. Actually got 2 likes also. I don't know who's that. Okay, but you can see that it's almost from people. So I can show you these 2 people who have liked it, right? You've got this the Joe Designs, and you can see what they're following. So they are mostly design based firm. I'm assuming that's why they're able to, you know, find us. And then we got someone here again. I think someone, an interior designer. I can see a lot of, you know, photos relating to this. So that's why you see these people actually found us because of our hashtags. There's no real reason otherwise, right? Now, obviously we can go to edit profile. You can change the profile picture from here. So I'll just go quickly and add one of, to take it from, choose from library itself. And I'll actually just add this one over there. I'm just going to do that right now. And yeah, and you've got a couple of more options down here. So page, the category, the contact options, and the profile display if you want any. So you can click on profile display and we click on done. And I think that's good enough. So let's just log on and that's it. That's how you're going to post and how you use hashtags. You saw, right? If we didn't use hashtags, I would have not even got those 2 likes, which we got. Literally, I did this in front of you, and 3 minutes there were 2 likes, which is really good for a, just a start profile with nothing in it. And we've got DM otherwise. And this is basically how you are going to start your initial posting. Now, there are other things that we can do. We can add reels, we can add IGTV. All of those things can also come into picture. So I'm just going to show you guys how to add an IGTV real quick. So if you want to add IGTV, you'll not really find an option anywhere, right? But if you go on the little search bar over here, you'll actually see IGTV on top. So you can actually click on IGTV like that. And you can actually click on the plus button over here to actually add some kind of IG. So we got a couple of videos over here, and we can actually go ahead and kind of just add that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add this video over here, and that's basically some details that we're showing to our students. So this whole thing will be able to get added into the IGTV, and you can click next over here, and you can see how it's going to show. It's actually going to cut out portions from the side. So again, when you're posting anything on IGTV, make sure that it's either lengthwise, that is story wise, or you are actually kind of having your whole thing set up in such a way that it's visible in this space itself. So I'm just going to go next, and I can actually put this here. So this will be editing works, and we can give a description here. So learn to edit 3D models, and we can also add a couple of hashtags here also. So just go ahead and add hashtag, and I won't do a lot here, or actually, you know what, I'll just go ahead and paste those. So we got all those hashtags over here. That's why it's actually good to have them saved, so you don't need to keep typing and thinking, oh, what am I going to do now? Then you've got add to series. So something about series, what they have let us do is it's really great. You can have like maybe 10 testimonials or something like that. And you can put all of them back to back in the series itself. So you can create your first series. I can go here and you can go editing works and learn to edit. Create the series over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to kind of just get it done over here. I'm actually going to put this as EP1, that's episode 1. So actually feels very great, and you can actually make this visible on Facebook if you want to, which I'm not going to do now, but if you all want, you all can. And you can click on edit the profile cover. So what exactly is going to be seen in the profile if you put it on Instagram as well. So once that's done, you can see its poster preview is on. That means it's actually going to be seen on our postings. So I'm going to click on post, and I'm just going to send it out there. And that's because it was more than a minute. That's why it's being used as an IGTV. So as you guys can see, that 2 posts now. Our IGTV is also showing up as a post over here. And if you see watch IGTV, I can actually click on this, and we got editing works. And you can see it says episode 1 editing works. Instacourse actually says the series name over here directly, and if you just click on that, you'll actually see that this is the first episode under that series. And that's basically how you guys are going to do an IGTV posting. So I think that's more than enough for you guys to understand, from the breakdown to how to actually start with your first postings for a business account. In the next session, I'm actually going to do another posting and show you how to promote that post very nicely by understanding how your audience works, how do you actually set up targets, and how do you actually set up age groups and diversify a lot into the promotions and understand insights as well. And I'm going to be doing that in the next chapter, which I'll see you in. Take care.